Actually, I like dramatic life, of course. For example, myself, I love dramatic life. If there is no drama, the life has nothing. Life is dead. You know, life needs to have a dramatic aspect of it. But then, can you take it or not? Can you take it or not? Can you still be genuinely happy or not? That is the question. If you can take it, if you are still genuinely happy, you are most welcome to live in this dramatic life. Very good, nothing wrong.
Então, esses eruditos, sobre os quais a sociedade falou, eles têm um problema em trazer o conhecimento teórico, assim, do cérebro para o coração. Então, trazer o conhecimento para o coração seria equivalente a trazer para a experiência. Eles têm essa dificuldade de trazer o que é conhecimento teórico para a experiência. Então, para esse tipo de pessoas, a renúncia externa é muito necessária. Mas é preciso saber fugir dos... Essas pessoas precisam fugir dos problemas, basicamente. Mas precisam saber como fugir e de quem eles precisam fugir, do que eles precisam fugir. Então, em primeiro lugar, a sociedade disse, fugir de marido e de mulher. São esses seres que nos levam para o teto de felicidade, para o chão de desespero, porque esses seres fazem a nossa vida virar um futebol. Assim. Eles podem chutar a gente para cima, para baixo, para fora, para longe, para tudo que é lugar. Eles parecem uns malucos correndo atrás da bola, assim, uma coisa insana. Então, primeiro, fugir dos maridos e das mulheres. Depois de filhos, de pais, de amigos, até do celular. Essas são condições que podem nos complicar bastante a vida. Agora, ele mesmo gosta muito de uma vida dramática. Ele curte um drama, assim, ele acha que a vida sem drama não tem graça, é morte, né? Mas é preciso que a gente saiba se a gente dá conta, se a gente não dá conta do drama. Se a gente é capaz de sustentar a felicidade genuína ou não frente a uma vida dramática. Se a gente for, ótimo, o drama é super bem-vindo. Mas se a gente não for, a gente precisa cuidar.
That's when the monkhood comes. In the Buddhism, that's when the monkhood comes. Boy become monk, and girl become nun. So that's the thing. That is the reason why we have to. Unfortunate. It is unfortunate, actually. I would say, maybe, from a Buddhist point of view, from a religious aspect of the kind of, let's say, explanation, we wouldn't say unfortunate. Very fortunate to be a monk. Very fortunate to be a nun. Very, very fortunate. But I would say very unfortunate. Unfortunate to be a monk. Unfortunate to be a nun. Why? Because they can't take it. They can't take the dramatic life. Therefore, they have to be a monk. They can't take the dramatic life. Therefore, they have to be a nun. It is unfortunate. For me, I would say that way. Maybe I'm violating something from a tradition point of view. But I would say it that way, daringly. Why unfortunate? Because as I mentioned before, we cannot take it. We cannot take the dramatic, this thing. And that is true also. Generally these days, just a couple of hours ago somebody told me, why is it, I think some interview people said, why is it so that, who was it, I don't know. Why is it so that nowadays many of the Westerners and modern people, even they're very small, they have to go to the psychiatrist, they have to go to the mental hospital, they have to go to different, to go through drugs and the alcohol, smoke, I don't know what not. They have to go through it, otherwise they can't take it, they can't sleep. many of us cannot sleep. They have to at least go through the sleeping pill. Why is it so? And in your country, means my country, in your country, in Himalaya, and those old days, even in Brazil, we don't have to go through that. Why is it so? They're asking me. So we have to go through the sleeping pills and all these things because we can't take it. So stressed. Girlfriend make you so football, Boyfriend make you football, And your business makes you football, Stock market makes you football. All these, the things makes you so up and down. So much so that, really it's painful. Almost like you like to commit suicide. So therefore you cannot sleep. So you have to it depends on the drugs, and depends on the psychiatrist, it depends on the mental hospital, all these things. That tells you that, that we are in that kind of position, the needing to have a renunciation. The practice of renunciation is needed.
Então, nessa questão da renúncia que surge, então, os monges e as monjas do budismo. Do ponto de vista budista, a gente diria que poder ter uma vida de monge é muita sorte, é muita boa sorte. Mas ele, apesar da possibilidade de ele estar violando alguma questão da tradição, ele diria que é muita falta de sorte, muito desafortunado. Porque significaria que a pessoa não dá conta do drama da vida. É como se a pessoa não suportasse o drama. Alguns anos atrás, alguém perguntou para ele assim, por que os ocidentais, ainda bem criancinhas, assim, acabam precisando de se tratar com drogas, com medicamentos mesmo, ir ao psiquiatra? Porque as pessoas também não estão dando conta. Então, as pessoas não conseguem dormir, não conseguem se acalmar, acabam precisando de droga para dormir. Por quê? Porque a gente não dá conta, a gente não precisaria, mas o fato é que a gente não dá conta. A gente acaba ficando muito nesse futebol, sendo jogado para lá para cá pelo marido, pela mulher, pelo trabalho, pelo mercado de ações, a gente fica nesse futebol maluco, né? E a gente também não dá conta, a gente adoece, pode chegar a cometer suicídio, né? Então, isso só demonstra que a gente precisa praticar a renúncia.
Buddha Shakyamuni himself also, I don't know whether he was really needed or he pretended, I don't know, but he physically renounced. He was swimming in the ocean of the samsara, for many years, and of course he rules the country. He was having castles and wives and and also he has a son and everything, and of course he went through the competitions of the sports and all these things, and he was the number one, and he really reached to the top level of samsara anyway. And but he understood, the inner renunciation was developed, and then of course, then after that, then he went through the external renunciation as a result of inner renunciation. Then he got final enlightenment, or that sort of thing, after 6 months or something like that. Anyway, then this is what Buddha did. But that doesn't matter. What Buddha did is not something that we have to think about. What we have to do is we have to check our emotional level of understanding. whether we are happy, genuinely happy, along with the trauma of the world, trauma of the life, or we are not able to take it. We are not happy. That's the question. Very simple question. Very simple question for whether you wanted to go through the external renunciation or not. That is the reason. This is also one of the reasons those old days, back in, say, wherever, Himalaya or whatever, people always say that you are very lucky to be a monk, to be a nun, very lucky, very fortunate. Is because, they are presumed, the parents and the society presumed that they are the level that they cannot take the drama or trauma of the life anyway. So therefore, you don't really need to go through dramatic life. So you didn't have to suffer from the samsara. So you are, from the beginning, you are a monk. How lucky you are, how fortunate you are. This is based on that kind of knowledge. This is why they say that it's fortunate to be a monk, fortunate to be a nun. But here, in front of you guys, I'm saying little bit the other way around. If it is manageable, it is very much fortunate not to be monk, if it is manageable. And it is very fortunate not to be a nun, if it is manageable. If it is not manageable, then unfortunately, you have to be monk. You have to be nun. That is what I'm just elaborating a little bit. Why? Because I said it already, so you can maybe, you misunderstand. And then you will be going back to your hometown and you will be telling to people that, this master says,